20 seconds. Ten seconds.
Good evening, good evening. This is Lady Estelle and the Street Soldier Crew, and we are back for another Sunday evening with you. Your host this evening is delighted to see that we are still here. We are still alive and free. Who is your host? Dr. Joseph E. Marshall Jr.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Street Soldiers, thank you for listening from wherever you are, all around the world. Literally, we know that this radio show gets heard by so many. All right, here we go again. Crew's in the house. Tough week, tough week. Got some tough topics to talk about tonight. It didn't start out that way, but things happen. And so I think you're gonna understand as we get into tonight's edition of Street Soldiers. Hello, Lady E. Hello, Ann. Hello. I love calling him Michael.
Michael.
Mike. Nothing. Be formal with it. How's everybody doing? Gotta say, check in with y'all.
All right.
Yeah, he's all right. How are you? Are you all right, man?
Living, working, chilling.
I love that. All right.
It was nice to have the rain this week. You know, there's a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of rain. Oh, I think that's a song Mrs. Stone likes to
is.
talk about.
It is one of the best
So,
songs
yeah.
of all time.
Yeah, it was nice. We got outside today, went to the park, started sprinkling a little, and it was okay. It was beautiful. Yeah, good week.
Lady E, and you, how are you?
Oh,
You gotta unmute.
Busy, exhausted, and working hard. Oh my goodness.
All right, those three words said: busy, exhausted, and working hard. You got your finger up, Ann? You want to say something?
I
What?
we gotta give a big old thank you and salute to the San Francisco 49ers. They
Oh, yeah.
invited Alive and Free down to Levi
sure did.
Stadium.
They sure did.
We had a full room of students who were eager to learn about nutrition
Mm.
and healthy snacks. And then lo and behold, half the team walked in to help learn with them. So really, really cool experience for our young people to be a part of. And then they got to make healthy snacks with the 49ers and then eat dinner with them in the 49ers cafe. They got to get their footballs signed and it was just really beautiful. So just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And we truly have the best team here.
I was
the San
wondering
Francisco 49ers.
why, not that I ever doubt
Yeah.
the 49ers, but how they played so well today and just beat the hell out of
They
the
got healthy.
Arizona Cardinals. And that's because of the day that they had with the kids from Alive and Free.
Ripped off.
All right. They were just so juiced by being with the kids, eating dinner with them, and they went and
Oh,
took and the nutrition took it out on the field. That was very nice of them because
yeah.
I know the young people just excited to go down to the stadium,
Yeah.
excited to do the cooking thing, which is a hell,
Yeah.
I need some healthy stuff myself.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, got to sit down with the players. That was very, very nice. Thank you.
And they were so engaged. Like the players were really just talking to the students and laughing and just bonding with them. It was just one of those once in a lifetime experiences where everybody just got to like, I don't know, feed off of each other, uplift each other. It was great.
Well, as a kid, you never forget that.
Yeah.
You never forget that.
Yeah.
I mean, sports heroes, sports figures, they are larger than life, young people. Hey, they larger than life to a lot of grown folks. What's up, Soul? How you doing, man? Love the hat. Love the hat, my brother. Got one just like it. I'm gonna have to wear. We're gonna have to match up one day. All right, we're gonna have to do it. You got it. Yeah.
Good to see you, Dr. Marshall, Lady E, and
Oh, hello.
Fillmore Mike in the studio. What's up, family? Everybody listening?
Yeah.
Another Sunday, we here. It's a tough week in the Bay,
It's tough.
but we, another day we here.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into the news. Civil rights activist Reverend Jesse Jackson has been hospitalized. All right. According to ABC News, the 84-year-old Jackson is currently under observation for progressive super nuclear. Wow, is that what it says? Palsy, a neurodegenerative. I should read this first. Anyway, a neurodegenerative condition that has been nagging for a decade. All right. He was originally diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. However, last April, this condition was confirmed. The family appreciates his all prayers at this time. Okay. Next two are just, and this is, if you hear melancholy in my voice, I can't help. And let me just back up and say thank you to Mayor Barbara Lee for being on the show last week. Look, a lot of
She
people.
was so good.
Oh man, she was, and she was great. So much so that she will be back. We'll make it some kind of regular thing. She's all in on that.
She
and
need to run for president.
Okay.
Got my vote.
I guess
no,
Michelle
no,
said
no,
we're
wait,
not
wait.
ready, but
Right now, we need to do everything she can for Oakland. Okay, everything she can for Oakland. So this had to be a tough week for her because of the next two stories I'm going to read. The first is a student was injured in a second shooting in 18 months at an Oakland high school. Teenagers were shot on Wednesday at Oakland Skyline High School.
Mm.
All right. 2 juveniles were arrested and 2 firearms were removed. The victim was listed in stable condition at hospital as of Wednesday. I don't know what the latest update is. Police did not say immediately if the victim or the alleged shooters were students. Now, anytime somebody gets shot on a school campus, it's what? I mean, you send your kids to school, right? You know, I mean, it's like almost, hope we're not numb to this. These are our children, says Assistant Police Chief James Bere. I guess it's Beer or Beery. I don't know how to say that. Having access to firearms alone is unbelievable, let alone that violence is occurring in around our campuses. It was the second shooting at Skyline in the past year and a half. Okay.
Doc, I don't know if this is accurate. I thought I saw another headline today that said that it was a ghost gun.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother issue.
That's
right?
a whole nother layer to it. But thank goodness it wasn't fatal.
Wow. Yes.
Thank God, because the next one I'm going to
And hopefully the student is speedy recovery to the student.
yes.
Yeah.
This is the tough one. Coach John Beam, beloved staple of Oakland sports, dies from a gunshot wound. Okay. John Beam, a cherished football coach whose mentorship and care touched the lives of thousands of people, has died after being shot Thursday on an Oakland College campus. A devastating loss for a California community still reeling from the shooting up at Skyline. All right. The revered Bay Area football figure featured in the Netflix documentary series Last Chance U was rushed to Highland Hospital, but died on Thursday, but died Friday morning. Police has identified the suspect. I'm not even going to name this. I'm not going to get into that. All right. That I'm not feeling it right now. Now I'm feeling it for Coach Beam. Apparently, the suspect was acquainted with Beam, but did not have a close relationship with him. Okay. For many, the news felt unthinkable. And, you know, Malcolm, you and I talked about this. I did not know Coach Beam, but I quickly found out.
Oh, yeah.
Very quickly, what a wonderful person he was. And let me just say, yesterday I went to a birthday party of my goddaughter, right? And I was over there, and it was in Oakland, actually it was in Alameda, but all people were doing was talking about Coach Beam.
Yeah.
And I find out some things people close to me I didn't know had, like my goddaughter is Robin Riley, you know, my longtime friends, my college friends, Bill and Adrian Riley, and apparently Coach Beam and Bill Riley had a very close relationship to the extent that he got something is named. I don't know if it's the field named after Bill or the building is named after Bill.
At Laney College, right?
At Laney, yeah. And that's, I just kept finding stuff out about this wonderful man. So, you know, it I'm sure somebody out there knows Coach Beam. And so if you want to call in tonight and say something about him, I got, a bunch of tributes here. I'm going to give you the number 877-955-1061. 877-955-1061, a beloved figure. Ironically, Lady E and Malcolm knows this, tonight's show was going to be about elders.
Mm.
And it was that before, this is before this happened. I was going to do a show on elders. We had Barbara Leon last week. She's an elder. My brother spent, Veterans Day with Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who was a serious elder, right? My sister was at an Emoja conference. My brother, the Emoja conference, and Cornel West was there. Another elder. And then you got the story about Jesse Jackson. So we were gonna do a show on elders and ask people to talk about the elders in their lives and what eldership means. And it's just so, ironic that here is this elder, loved by many, has been gunned down. Another victim of this what they call senseless gun violence.
Yeah.
So,
And Doc, can I add not just an elder, but a mentor,
right.
a mentor, and I didn't know him either, but for everything I've heard over the last few days, he's been coaching and mentoring for decades, maybe 3-4 decades in Oakland. And just a beloved figure by so many folks. Oakland is really brokenhearted this weekend.
This is a statement from Mary Lee. Okay, we'll take the call first, and then we'll go to Mary Lee's statement. Hi, you're on Street Soldiers. Thank you for calling. Go right ahead.
Hey there, Mark. This is Greg.
Hi, Greg. How you doing, man? How you doing? What
Doing
you got
good.
for us? What you got for us tonight?
Yeah, Coach Beam was a pillar in the Oakland community.
Yeah.
One of my second brothers, he was his coach when he was at a high school at Skyline. And some friends of mine who were students at Skyline, they knew him. Well, I was a student, Laney, from about 2021 to about maybe 2019 to about 2021, but I was seeing him on campus. And I saw him with a football team. They'd be out there practicing, and you could just tell how much influence that he had on. They started winning. They won the California state title, and then they ended up being on TV with Last Chance U, and you could see how he was kind of hard on them. They used to push him and to be the best they could be. And because actually the other night online, there was a young man, his name was Will Blackwell. He went to Skyline as well. He went, I think, at San Diego State to play football, and he was going professionally. He played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And unfortunately, he had a career-ending injury. But he said that that Coach Beam had, the coach had fallen in him that he didn't see.
Yeah.
And he went all the way for it to go into the professional level, because he came to his 50th birthday party. But when I first heard it, it said a 58-year-old man was shot. But then I saw it kind of near the field house, the athletic facility. I was praying, so I hope that's not Coach Beam. I hope that's not him. And when I thought it was, I was like, oh no. And there were tributes on Instagram.
It's a devastating a community elder, but certainly and one that meant so much to so many. Thank you for for calling in and saying that about him. This is a statement from Mary Lee. My deepest condolences go out to Coach John Beam's family and loved ones. They ask for privacy at this time. Coach Beam's legacy isn't measured in championship or statistics. It's measured in the thousands of young people he believed in, mentored, and refused to abandon, including my nephew while he was at Skyline High School. He gave Oakland's youth their best chance, and he never stopped fighting for them. Gun violence has now stolen the life of a man who dedicated himself to building up the young people of this city of Oakland. We cannot accept this. We cannot let guns continue flooding our streets and destroying the very people trying to save our community. That's the irony of this whole thing.
Mm.
Coach Beam spent 4 decades lifting up Oakland and mentoring our young people. Now we must honor his memory by continuing the hard work of ridding our community of gun violence. We owe it to every family shattered by this gun violence crisis. From Mayor Barbara Lee. Wow. I got some stuff about his life that I can go further into, but we're going to dedicate tonight's show
Yes.
to the memory of Coach John Beam. 877-955-1061. If you want to say anything about Coach Beam, and you know, the original premise of the show was to honor our elders. Honor our elders. Let me just say something about elders. You know, I've long let go of the term OG, and Unc seems to me anybody is over 19 now. If you're 19, somebody's Unc by the time you're 25, right? No,
Unc don't make you an elder. There's levels, right?
I'm
Yeah.
talking about elders. I'm
Yes.
talking about elders. And it could be an elder in your family, especially as we get close to Thanksgiving. Could be a community elder like John Beam. Let's honor those folks. I'm not going to put an age limit on it, although, you know, I don't think 30 is it. I'm talking about something like 50 and older. All right. Hi. Thanks for the call. You're on Street Soldiers. Go right ahead.
It makes me real sad, you know, that good people always end up with tragic stories like that.
Yes, sir.
And I question the believers in God. Why would God allow good souls to end up that way? What's the answer to that?
I know that's tough, man. It's tough. I don't question God though. I mean, but I know why you would say that. And Lady E could have jumped in, but she didn't. But yeah, I understand why you feel that way. It's like, you know, good people like that. Good people. I mean, this guy was a great guy.
That's a hard question. That's almost an impossible question to
It
answer,
is
brother.
an impossible question.
But I understand asking it.
I understand the feeling.
Yeah, I do understand. You know, when
Understand.
somebody like Coach Beam is taken from us like that, and
Yeah.
we got a, you know, hot piece of garbage in the White House running around. It's just, you know, like it's just he's
Yes,
just
sir.
chilling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know, again, more irony. Last week when we had Mary Lee on the air, somebody called in and said one of the things that needs to be, she wanted them to work on was make our elders safe.
Yeah.
To make our
Right.
elders safe, you
Yeah.
know? So it's just, oh man, 877-955-1061. If you have any memories, any thoughts about Coach John Beam, longtime coach at in Oakland, I will read some more about him. And or if you have any elder that you would like to recognize, give them their flowers while they're here, kind of thing, right? Lady E, you wanted to say something? All right.
That's a common question.
Mhm.
Why bad things happen to good people?
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, it's a common question. And nobody can answer that question. But it's often asked. What we know or what we've been taught is God's ways aren't like man's ways.
Mhm.
We may never understand.
Yeah.
And we try to make sense of things that make no sense.
Mm.
The only thing we can do is continue to do all that we can and make that time between the time we arrive, that dash, make that dash the most meaningful that we can. Because no man knows the day nor the hour. We just trust and do all that we can to be the best that we can. Our lives are in his hands.
You got that right.
And
Wow.
he is a good God.
Yeah.
Even when we don't understand it, like it, or appreciate it,
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
we continue to be the best we can be and do what's good and right.
Thank you, Lady E. We got a caller. You are on Street Soldiers. Go right ahead. An elder you'd like to honor and or words about Coach Beam? Hi. Go right ahead.
All right, all right. What's up with it? What's up with it, Marshall? This Montreal Vines from the baby Hunters Point.
What's up,
I
bro?
want to give my flowers to you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Cause I
Yes,
grew
sir.
up in baby Hunters Point. You feel me? I went through the juvenile system. I'm just recently coming home from serving a life sentence. I've been home 2.5 years.
Ooh,
Um,
glad you
I
home,
send my
brother.
regards to Coach Bean
Yeah.
and his family. I didn't know him, but I heard everything what he done for the community.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yes, sir.
um,
Yes, sir.
I'm just calling in, you know, and just giving you flowers and all the rest of the elders, you know, that raised us and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you.
Thank you, man. I'm glad you're home, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
brother, we glad you back home.
That part. I used to come to Patrol Hill and all that at the you know what I mean, the
Yeah.
club and everything, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So I got my flowers to you. I appreciate it, man. Love you, bro.
I'm giving it right back, brother, because you're home.
That part.
Love you
man.
too,
God
brother.
is
You're
good,
alive
man.
and free.
Come on, that part, man. That part. God is good. Yes,
That's
sir.
right, man. And enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. 877-955-1061. Wow, I'm an elder. And,
You made it. You made it.
We made
Some
it.
people don't make it.
It's funny because people ask me every day, how you doing? I'm alive and free. That was the goal. That was the goal. 877-955-1061, dedicating tonight's show to Coach John Beam. And please call and tell us any elder in your life or community elder that means something to you and why. In traditional society, you didn't just get to be an elder because you were a certain age. You had to. What do you think the main quality of being an elder is? I mean, everybody got theirs. What would it be? Let's try and answer that while we're waiting on the call. 877-955-1061. Celebrating elders tonight. What would it be? Ann, Lady E, Malcolm, Michael. See, I like to be formal when I'm with him. What do you think the main quality is?
Like I said, for me, sometimes it's about like sharing that wisdom, that
Mhm.
lived wisdom, what you
Mm-hmm.
you lived a life, saw what was right, what was wrong, what happened, being able to describe some of it. I think that's really important, and that's what makes, when I think of like elders that I respect, it's because then they're able to articulate what happened and what they saw and what we can do to kind of keep going and move forward.
Okay.
Yeah, the honesty, right?
Okay.
The love and knowing what's right and what's wrong and calling out.
Give me too much. to
Calling
write
that out.
down. I'm trying to write it down. I gotta. Oh, hey, okay.
Well,
all
don't
right.
you worry, because this will
Understand.
be a podcast soon enough when you head on over to stayalivefree.org.
877-955-1061. Elders that you would like to celebrate, be it a community elder, a family elder.
Well, because then
And
for
tell
me,
us why.
what I think about is like Corey Monroe, and I know he's young, but he's
No,
like a young elder
no. Corey hit the elder age. He didn't hit the age.
where he can go and share, and he doesn't have to put on a front. Like
Yeah.
he's himself, and
He-
tells the truth and shares, and is just trying to help other people live right. So yeah.
Right. Mike, you got an idea? What makes an elder for you?
A elder, somebody gives wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mhm.
And that's been through, like sort of what Ann said, has been through certain experiences,
Mm-hmm.
and leads, not leads by example.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I think.
Want to hear from you callers, 877-955. We're
Yeah.
dedicating 955-1061, dedicating tonight's show to elders. Want to recognize them, and also dedicating tonight's show to Coach John Beam, who was an extraordinary elder for all that he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to somebody you want to name as an elder that you want to celebrate, because we celebrate him tonight.
My parents.
Okay.
My parents. My cousin, Sharon Lee.
Okay. Okay.
My uncle,
Now you got to say
Robbie
why.
Crosley.
You know.
They're leaders.
Okay.
My mom is awesome. She's just awesome.
Yeah.
She's a good person. My uncle, he's just good because he kind of like just he just does whatever needs to be done.
Mhm.
You don't really expect a lot of
Mhm.
praise from it.
Mhm.
He just goes out there and handles it.
All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. All right, we'll take got a call. Let's take it. You're on Street Soldiers celebrating elders tonight, dedicating tonight's show to Coach John Beam. What you got for us? Go right ahead.
I was
Hi.
calling to shout out my grandma.
Ah,
She'll be 85 on Christmas.
now that's an elder.
Yes, I'm just respecting her contribution.
Yes.
Her contribution to her family, her husband, may he rest in peace, my grandkids, her church. Like, we just don't see that dedication like that anymore.
That's right.
And I respect the fact that like she's belonged to the same church for 45 years.
And
Like she's raised us all in the same house. And, I feel like that deserves to be acknowledged. She's not just my grandma. She's my friends' grandmas, my coworkers' grandma. So just shout out to Carmen Jimenez for being our everything, being a blueprint for my family to follow.
See, you said some great words, being my everything and being a blueprint.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's a nice word, right? That's a nice word.
Yeah.
A good blueprint, because some folks leave a different blueprint. and you know what I want to I said this at a service I was at maybe a week ago anyway. And I said, you're only as good as your name. You're only as good as your name, right? And to me, when you say her name, you can hear the good. And that's, there's some people's names I can say and they say, oh, hell. But, so shout out to her, right? Shout out to her. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
All right, you got it.
Thank you for listening. Y'all have a good night. God bless.
Right.
You too.
Yeah, 877-955-1061. Hi, you are on the air with Street Soldiers. You dedicating tonight's show to Coach Beam and the elders. Go right ahead. What you got for us? You there? You there going once? You there going twice? You there going, bam, 3 times. All right, try again, 877-955-1061. Lady E, your quick words of what makes an elder for you. What word, and my word is the same word so much that Mike and Ann has said, but you got one or a couple? You want to
Got 2 words.
Yes, ma'am.
Wisdom and grace.
Wisdom and grace. Yes. Yes. Those are self-explanatory, right? And the reason I say it's just not age.
Yeah.
Because, and when I was coming up, the old folks had a saying, and maybe so there's no fool like an old fool. Oh, yeah, you ain't heard that one? Oh, come on now. No fool like an old fool. So just because you're old don't make you wise, because that's my wisdom for me, is it? And you're just old. That doesn't necessarily make you an elder. And in traditional societies, to be an elder, it wasn't based on age. It was based on growth and continuing to grow. And wisdom was key. All right, we got a call. Go right ahead. You're on Street Soldiers. We're dedicating tonight's show to Coach John Beam. Hi, you're on. You there? You can't hear me. I can hear you. Go right ahead.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go right ahead.
This is Dr. Marshall, right?
This is Dr. Marshall. Yes, it is.
Well, my name is Emma Wilson. I'll be 87 years old.
All right.
Hey!
That's some love right there.
To tell you that I'm so appreciative that you were in my son's life. My husband, who has his doctorate degree and was a professor, was killed years and years ago when his son's children were younger. And you was a great inspiration in their lives, especially Stefan. And he has turned out to be most grateful son that anyone could ever have. He takes care of me. He does everything that he can for me. And I'm 86 and I can still ride a horse. Excuse me. I'm a former adult education teacher for the community college district over 20 plus years.
Wow.
I retired about 20 years ago or something like that. And I am so blessed because all the people that I touched, and so many of them over those years, they were able to go back to school. Some of them weren't really doing the right things in regular school. They were able to go back and get their GEDs and go on to college, and they still remember me, and they still do things for me.
Wow.
I'm here 87 years old, but these children take care of me, but people are always bringing me in food and clothes and everything else because I feel that because I blessed others, they in turn blessed me.
Yeah.
God bless me.
This is Stefan's mother, huh?
Yes, I am.
No, I've been at your house.
At my house, looking right at me now.
I've been at
So
your
what I
house.
did, I lost his father, who was a dean, and somebody killed him. He was a college dean.
Yeah.
And you were the greatest inspiration in my child's life, and my other sons too. My other son has passed away from a brain injury that was older than Stefan. But you were a great inspiration because I never remarried again, and you did everything that you could to make them into gentlemen.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Your son is
Wilson.
great, and he love his mama. Boy, even my mama.
An honor to meet you.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks so much.
And I have
for
a
calling
lovely
in.
family, and I did all the best I could as a widow all those years because when my husband was killed, as I told you, was a dean, a college dean, and when he was killed, people just came in and helped me,
See,
but I wasn't gonna let nobody make a fool out of me, so no other man.
see, when I say you only good as your name.
Wait. Someone is telling me that's enough now. Bye.
Hey, Doc.
He didn't leave me where I wasn't able to do things and let Stefan get out of the city because I knew he would get in trouble.
Thank you.
I knew
Thank you so
he
much
would
for
do
calling.
something about what happened to his father.
It is,
And
yeah,
I was so
yeah,
happy to be able to put him up there
yeah.
and was under your care.
Thank you.
You just don't know how much that meant to me.
Thank you so much for calling in tonight. She's calling from San Diego.
Mrs. Emma Wilson.
She's
we
calling in from San
celebrate
Diego. That's an elder. And
If you didn't know what an elder was, now you know. Okay, that's the blueprint right there. Yeah, me and
Oh my
T.
God, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. 877-955-1061. Give us a call. An elder you want to celebrate in your family or in the community. Let me read some words about Coach John Beam that came from one of his players. All right. The words were, he meant the world to me. When my dad was killed, he came to my house and got me out of the bed. He was someone I could confide in and someone that I loved dearly. Beam stepped into a father role for me. He did a lot for me and, let me get this out. Me and my brother and my family. He's been there every step of the way. And let's see, and it won't stop. I gained an angel. This is from Nashawn Wright. Nashawn Wright plays for the Chicago Bears, I believe.
Wow.
And he and his brother, Ray Jean, were on the show when we did the show about athletes from East Palo Alto.
Oh, okay. That's them, huh?
Yeah, that's them. And this is just two of the young people that Coach Beam impacted.
Wow.
I mean, again, I just kept hearing so much about this man. I said, Malcolm sent me a couple of videos, you know. I did watch some of the show Last Chance U. I didn't see him, but it was a portrayal of the Laney Eagles football team the year after they had won the championship. And I read a lot about the way he coached. And so I just want to read that. That's just one example of many how people feel about Coach Beam. 877-951-061. Give us a call. You got an elder you want to celebrate. They are important. They are wonderful. I'm going to tell you later on who was a favorite elder for me. We got a call. Let's take it. You're on Street Soldiers. Hi. Go right ahead. Thanks for calling. Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
I want to know why, when you guys speak for such serious topics, why KMEL can't give you a second hour.
I haven't heard from you in a while. I thought you might pop. Look, brother, what you want me to say, man? You know, write them.
Yeah.
I got you, man.
Mike works there, man. Well, Mike got power.
Work here.
Fillmore got juice. You're saying Fillmore got juice. I know, man. And this is a wonderful topic, right? You know, both ways. We just lost an elder, and we want to celebrate those elders, you know, and let them know. You got one? Give me an elder. I know you called in to tell us we need another hour, but give us an elder that you would celebrate, and tell us why.
Elder celebrate. I'll say mothers. I'll just go to mothers. You know, mothers have it real tough.
Mm-hmm.
Mothers in general, they got to birth the child, and you know, it's just life is tough, man.
It is.
Life is tough.
It is.
I don't know what else to say.
Well, you said a lot, brother. Thank you for calling. Thank you for advocating, advocating for Street Soldiers. Yeah. So you give us your word for eldership. Who would it be? Let me throw the number out there one more time: 877-955-1061. Dedicating tonight's show to Coach Beam. If you got somebody that you know him, you want to call in about him, or if you have an elder to celebrate, please do so. So what would your words be?
Well, before I go to the word, let me start here. You know, age is part of it. Just age, okay? And something was put in me when I was young to just have a respect and a reverence for elders in general. I don't know if you and mom put that in me. I don't know if I don't know who put it in me, but I'm so glad they did, and I put it in my children. Life is hard. Life is rough. It's rough out here. And I guess this leads to my word is, you know, if you're blessed enough to live a long time, you acquire wisdom. Yeah. I don't remember that being a college course or a elementary school class. But it's something that is key to life, you know, and not just acquiring that wisdom, but passing it on to others. So I've been blessed enough that I've seen so many great examples of esteemed or wise elders. Obviously in my own family, you and my mom and my grandparents, uncles, aunties, you know, we got a lot of wisdom in our family. But, you know, in my professional life, Sandy Close has always been a wise elder to me. Jack Jacqua to me I still don't understand Jack Jacqua. And I've known him for 40-something years. He still don't make sense to me. But he's an esteemed elder. And the great thing about it, and like these folks who are talking about Coach Beam, what they put in us, eventually we're going to put in somebody else.
Yes.
There's something in that transfer. It doesn't stop with us, you know. It's like the baton. And once you've been touched by truly touched by an elder like that, you realize you look forward to being an elder yourself one day. Because you're like, oh, I get to do this. This is gonna be cool. You know, so it's I'm here now, and I'm enjoying it myself. And I know it's only gonna get deeper. But yeah, the wisdom I think is the main word for me.
I love that word. 8779. Thanks. So 877-955-955 1061. Dedicating tonight's show to Coach John Beam and elders in general. If there's an elder you want to celebrate, please do so. It might be somebody in your family, could be a community elder. You know, Coach Beam was the what I want to say, the prime example of it takes a village to raise a child. You hear that a lot, right? And people that are not your biological parents that treat you like they are your biological parents. You can't say enough about that. Because they really don't have to do it, right? That's what makes somebody like Coach Beam just a treasure. That's the word I've been looking for. A treasure.
Doc, can I say one more thing? You know, so many of these examples that I'm thinking about, they're not rich. Not that there's anything wrong with being rich or anything. No. I'm not saying that. But it's like their currency isn't money. Yet they have this other currency that is more valuable than money.
You got it, bro.
Is incredible.
You got it. Well said. Hi, you're on the air. Thank you.
Hi. I have an elder. My father passed away in June, this last June. And his name was Charles Thompson. Mm-hmm. And he was a business owner and a teacher for the CCOC, for the Young Challenge students in San Jose. And oh man, an elder for sure. He's an elder in a congregation and just a great, man, I can't even explain.
You're doing well.
Who I want to who I'm passing on.
Say his name again.
Charles C. Thompson.
Charles B. Thompson. Okay.
Yep.
We'll put his
amazing elder, amazing father.
Like you say, yeah.
And so he was into transmissions. That's what I wanted to. I'm a woman myself, but he taught me I can change. I know how to do my tires. I know how to do my oil.
Look at you. Go ahead.
Amazing. You know, I had a stroke. I'm kind of slow, but what I want to pass on is a care took for him, and he did home service, home care, and just love that you pass on. I heard you guys say that. The last gentleman talked about how you give it back, and oh my goodness, that's so true.
Yeah. Thank you.
I need to set up that.
No. It beautiful.
Thank you for telling us about him.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
For warfare going on. So
oh yeah, you got that right. You got that right. That's
right.
Thank you so much.
Let him know he was the king of our house and he passed away the same day. So just tell people you love them while they're here.
You got that right. You got that right. Thank you so much for calling.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
for
much.
listening.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thank you for calling.
Good night. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You are on the air. Thank you for calling. Go right ahead. Dedicating tonight's show to Coach John Beam and the elders. Go right ahead. You there?
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Would just like to dedicate a shout out to my great grandmother. Her name was Elizabeth Evans, and she had 16 children. I am her great granddaughter. Wow. And recently, my family realized that we still had land left for my great grandmother in Mississippi.
Really?
And and she left 60 acres of land to her children.
Wait a minute. Wait. You got land? Your family got land in Mississippi, and you really?
Yes, we just briefly realized that she still had that much land left for her children, and I'm her great grandchild, so it's just amazing.
That's incredible.
Get that land. Go get that land.
Hey,
okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
That was right. Go get that land. You got that many acres. You can move. You can move the whole family down there. That is
I
wonderful.
recently found out how big 1 acre was. So now I'm saying that she left 60 acres, 50 in one place and 10 in the other. It's just a blessing. It's just
That
a
is a
blessing. She
blessing.
was a wonderful woman
Yes.
and lived a very long time. And the last of her 16 children just recently passed away. So yeah, we just love it. Just love it.
Yeah, go down there and
Here's
get
the
that.
best with her.
Go down there and get that land before they try and get it. That's a blessing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. Got a couple more calls. We're going to take them. Hi, you are on Street Soldiers. Go right ahead. Hello, you can speak.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, you're on. Thanks
Can
for
you
calling.
can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay, all right. My name is Dion, and I'm calling about Coach Beans
Yes.
to share with people his greatness. And as far as elders, a lot of people don't understand the importance of the elders. The elders are the gatekeepers of the knowledge that the young people possess.
Hold on, let me write that down. Gatekeepers of the knowledge. I love that.
Yeah, they the gatekeepers, and I'm 63 years old, and I enjoy being around my elders because they're the ones that's gonna guide me and lead me. I'm not trying to get where they're not trying to get where I'm at. I'm trying to get to where they at. Meaning
That's right.
that as far as age, as far as age.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I love that, man. I love that. Can you want to say something about Coach Beam real quick?
Yes, I didn't know him with the exception of seeing it on the news, but he was an outstanding individual. I mean, he touched so many lives that it's hard to put in words what he contribute to the world.
Yes.
As a person. Yeah, he was great. I just leave it at that. He was great.
Thank you for calling, man, and keep growing in wisdom and grace. That's what eldership is all about. Gatekeeper of the knowledge. We got a call. You're on Street Soldiers. Go right ahead. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
Hi, my name is Marcel. My elder, I want to give a shout out to. She's passed away. It's been some years. It's my great grandmother. That's who raised me. That's who I grew up under. It's my great grandmother and a few other elders in my community in East Oakland and in my church. All I know is the elders teaching, and that's what guided me through my life. I work in the school system in Oakland right now. Been doing it for years, and that's my way of giving back. I knew Coach Bean, and so I think that was a very tragic situation that happened the other day.
Yeah.
But he's one of the people, and a few other folks is the reason why I work with the kids now in the school system, and I've been doing it for years. I carry a lot of weight because I'm one of those ones that the kids like to come talk to.
Yes. You're a blessing.
They tell me a lot of stuff, and I hold on to it because I listen and I don't judge them, and I give them good advice.
You're the kind that needs to be in the profession, brother. Thank you for
good,
doing
man.
that, man.
That's right.
Because kids can figure out who they can trust. If they coming to you, that means a lot.
Dr. Marshall.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, before we get another call, I just want to also, it's important to me, acknowledge some of the other esteemed elders that behind bars, spent time behind bars, political prisoners, folks who gave their lives for the Black freedom struggle. One of my personal heroes, the great Mumia Abu-Jamal, but there's so many folks who literally given their life and are languishing behind bars. So I just want to tell you, you're appreciated, you are loved, and you are not forgotten.
I'm gonna throw a name out. I'm gonna tell you. Then we gotta go. Coach Wilbur Jiggets. I will get him in the next time that we talk about elders. Gotta go. As we leave the first hour, we're gonna move into the second hour. Thanks everybody for calling. We're gonna continue on.
We are going to continue this conversation on YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free. And you can always take us on the go when you visit stayaliveandfree.org.
Celebrate the elders. Hour number 2, alive and free street soldier. All right, we good? No, I don't know how to. I got an echo.
Yeah, let's just. Thank you. And then we'll just go into our video. You just go into the.
Hour number 2.
Okay.
It's okay. All right, hour number 2, Street Soldiers Radio. Here we go. All right, we had the first hour was a wonderful hour talking about elders and eldership, acknowledging our elders. Dedicated the show tonight to Coach John Bean, a wonderful elder who was tragically shot and killed last week in Oakland. I gotta say, Anna, I gotta really appreciate the people that called in and talked about the elders in their lives. Not surprisingly, a lot of family members made the list, particularly grandmothers. Particularly grandmothers.
Yes.
I know mine would make the list. And I love some of the words they threw out. Wisdom and gatekeeper of the knowledge. I thought it was great. And grace. Okay. You know, when you are, eldership may actually become early because I think there may be a line from mentorship when you're young to eldership when you are older. And recently, we had a couple of young elders show up at Alive and Free Omega Boys Club. And they have been under our guidance for a little while. And then they came home fresh out of college and wanted to give their wisdom and guidance. As we say at the club, the most important Omega is the next Omega. So let's see some young elders in action. All right, here we go. You've been hiding for 2 weeks, pretending like you in the class, but you are in the class, so you want to learn as much as you can. So both of you come to the front.
Oh, that's the problem.
Come to the front. Introduce yourselves. Introduce yourselves as living proof, and then your tale can begin.
Hi guys, my name is Jaira. I graduated from the University of Chicago in June, and now I'm a student at UC Berkeley. Born and raised in Hunters Point. I got a full ride scholarship to the University of Chicago, and I got a full fellowship to UC Berkeley. So both of my degrees I haven't paid for at all.
Living proof, and you introduce yourself, Mr. Living Proof.
Hello, I am Malcolm Mobley. I'm a recent graduate of Morgan State University. Yeah. I majored in electrical and computer engineering, and it was very difficult.
Yes, it sounds very difficult. Clap it up for myself.
Into there, how they did it. First thing you should see, I want to say, if they can do it.
You can do it.
What? If they can do it? If they can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, what?
I can do it.
They
like you mean it.
Yeah.
Like it don't sound like y'all mean it.
There's a reason that they're there. This is good. So go ahead. Where you want to start? Tell them tell me anything you want.
When do you want to start?
Anywhere you want to start.
At the beginning?
First day you came, at the beginning, the floor is yours. They can ask you questions. I'd be curious about it. Like, how'd you do that?
Well, I'll start with, interestingly enough, I'm the baby in my family, and my brother actually attempted to go through this program but didn't finish. And Jack knows him well, who's currently incarcerated. So I start there to tell you that no matter what family dynamic or unit you come from, it doesn't define who you're going to become. You define who you become. So I'll start there.
Yeah, so I first came to the college club, 100% college club, and I got to know Alive and Free through brother Jason, and he would drive us here from 100% and then wait for us and then drive us home each Tuesday night. And but when I first heard about Alive and Free, it was introduced to me as a scholarship program. And I was like, oh, I get there, get some money.
That's right.
And then
You got common sense.
I came over here, and it ended up being so much more. You know, getting to hear like my peers' stories, especially like getting to hear everybody's stories that was also coming through. I don't know, a lot of East Bay people coming through at the time when I was coming through, and I heard a few of their stories, and I thought to myself the first couple nights, like, wow, you know, that person going through that, they're still doing what they're supposed to be doing, trying to get, you know, their education and their life in order. I really have like no excuse. That was my first like initial thoughts in like the first couple weeks, like hearing the other students' backgrounds and what they were going through. And then I just looked at myself and was like, man, I gotta get it together.
Yeah. And then I guess where we'll go from there is the work, because what you're doing and what you're going to do takes work. It's not easy, okay? Like unlearning the things that you know is not going to be an easy thing to do. And also trying to understand your existence and your reality and your family and your environment and all of these, you know, like universes at play, in a sense, multi-universes at play, it's not going to be easy. So I would definitely tell you that I struggled. Okay. Me and Mrs. still talk on the phone to this day about my current struggles. So it's a lifelong thing and it's a lifelong process. So now it's the work, like what you're getting into, and not only voicing a coachism, but living a coachism. Because that's the difference. We can tell you all of these things. We can tell you anything, but if you don't believe it in yourself, that what don't work, and it don't make sense to do stuff that don't work, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, or maybe you just have to do things that don't work and see that they don't. You know, I don't know. Where are you gonna go?
I don't know how to follow it.
Come on, Malcolm. We've been in this since the beginning. I've known him for so long, y'all. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, for real.
Yeah. I guess just jump to like a story. Okay. Yeah, so I guess the idea of college was first introduced to me around the time I started coming here. You know, well, I was introduced to, I don't know if anyone knows Mr. Shell. She introduced me to the idea of college, and then overall HBCUs. I went on an HBCU tour. I got to apply. We went all up and down the East Coast in the HBCUs. And then the last stop was in Baltimore, Maryland at Morgan State University. And crazy part is we didn't get to tour. I remember two people got in a fight on my bus. So the president was like, that bus doesn't get to tour. But we did get to see the pep rally. And I play a musical instrument. And when the band marched in, and I saw that on the college campus for the first time, and I just instantly fell in love. They played "Do It" by Cameo, and then that was like I instantly knew right there I'm going to this school. And then we did the application on the spot, admission. Thanks to Mr. Shell, and then I think I forget what happened with me coming on like the Thursday classes for Alive and Free, but I don't think I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. And but once I did get to college, Dr. Marshall, he saw I was there, I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, and I ended up getting some money anyhow to go to school, and that money came right in time too, because I remember my first few years I showed up a couple times, some dollars short. So that was like a whole situation navigating that. That was an introduction to them. I'll tell you, I'm skipping some parts, and I don't want to skip any parts. So we're gonna continue in this fashion of transferring back to Jair.
For sure. Okay. So I think I'm sticking with the work. I feel like we're still in the work. Because my introduction to college is a little different. I always knew that I wanted to go to college. That was always a goal for me. I've been in nonprofit organizations since I was in the 4th grade, preparing me to get to where I'm at, to sharpen my skill as a scholar. So I already knew that college was going to be on the table. Like, I already knew that. Not only was I in Omega, but I was in 10 other nonprofit organizations that essentially did the same thing, but didn't do the same thing, right? And they did the same thing as in like preparing me for college. I know how to write. Mrs. Still taught me how to write for sure. But it was deeper than just having the skills of knowing how to write and like what you're writing about and who are you, right? And I think that's the work that I did here. The work that I did here was like the pre-work before leaving to Chicago. I graduated from high school and I moved to Chicago. That was my life. Like, got on a plane and was gone the next day, and I was gone for 4 years. I barely visited, like maybe every weekend or a weekend or so in a month, once a year. So I think that the me prior to Omega wouldn't have been ready for PWI, the University of Chicago, top institution in the country, right? I didn't go to HBCU. So the band and the feeling pride and feeling like I'm Black, I didn't have that experience. Okay. I was elite, top of the top, best of the best, and I had to deliver. Period. There was nothing, and I was the only Black girl in most of my classes, right? And so to understand myself, and I know that I wouldn't have been able to get through that experience if I didn't do the self-work beforehand, before I left here, right? Because if you don't know who you are here, if you don't know who you are at home, in your own community, with your own people, who are you gonna be when you're 1,800 and something miles away and I can only call Dr. Marshall on the phone? Or see Malcolm in my cohort on Zoom when we get on Zoom together and talk about it, right? So I have to understand who is Jaira, and who do I define myself to be, and who do I want to be, and how will I make that a reality? And that's what Mrs. Still did for me. And beyond that, right, Ms. Demetra helped me understand financially how to use my money. So I told you I got a full ride scholarship, right? Not only did I get a full ride scholarship, but Ms. Tichelle made sure that I got over $100,000 scholarships in community scholarships. So where does that money go? How do you use that money? How do you use your weekends? How do you travel, right? I went to Paris for free. I studied abroad. I went to Paris for free. Chicago paid for it for me to go to Paris, right? So understanding how to manage my money.
What she said she went? Yeah. Y'all heard that? What did she say? It in there. Yeah.
Paris, France, for free.
Oui.
Bonjour, bonsoir.
Let's talk a little bit about what Paris is like. Because I ain't been to Paris, so
Paris is amazing. So my university has a university in Paris, which is cool. So like, not dissing the HBCUs, but PWIs have money, access, and opportunities that a HBCU may not be able to provide. So my university has a university in Paris. I studied French. I studied French before I went to Paris, and then I studied French while I was in Paris. I sat in front of the Eiffel Tower almost like every day, just because I wanted to. I was like, my thing. But I told Jack earlier, like being from here, the only thing that I can conceptualize was New York. Like that was the biggest thing for me. Like I only wanted to go to New York. Like, and my best friend is from New York, so now I visit all the time. But right, that was the biggest thing. Like city girl, I want to go to New York. I want to be downtown Times Square. That's what I'm feeling, you know? And so I'm just so glad UChicago provided me the opportunity to go to Paris. But Paris is pastries. Paris is beautiful architecture. Like you'll in the randomest places, you'll see like beautiful doors that are just big, and it's art that I don't understand because I'm Black and I'm hood, and respectfully, I don't really know nothing about ancient, all of that. So it's art that I don't understand. Yeah, like, yeah, and a lot of celebrity, there was like fashion weeks while I was out there. Like a lot of celebrities was at the Louvre, like, which is like a big museum with like all like antique things and stuff. But like I said, I didn't know anything about this, right? Like I was so secure in who I was. I knew who I was so much that like Paris was never on my list, you know? But it was an opportunity that presented itself, so I took it, right? So I say that to say not to diss HBCUs, but if you know who you are and you know you can withstand it, I will always suggest on your college list to put some PWIs in there, because even though they're white institutions, they may provide you access and opportunity that you couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even conceptualize it, but I did it, you know? And while I was in Paris, I traveled to Amsterdam. I traveled to Belgium where they make chocolate. No, it just goes to show you that no matter where you may be going to one place, but it will open opportunities to so many other more doors. And I think that's within it all. Every student that's graduated from our university can say that they've been to almost 8 countries for free. And that's just not normal. And you know? Yeah. Wait, but where was I going after Paris? He told me to say.
I feel like I gotta defend HBCU.
Okay, go ahead, defend HBCU. Let's do it.
Your band experience.
I got to go to Paris too.
Yeah, that's right.
I went to.
Wait, did you? I was there.
You
studying abroad?
I did not. All right. So unfortunately, we do not have a school in Paris, but we did get to go. It wasn't as long as a study abroad trip, but we got to see. It was in a musical, a band capacity, and we performed at the 80th commemoration of D-Day.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was in Normandy, and then we bust on over to Paris, and that was cool. But like it was everything Jair just described. It was definitely, the food was healthier. If you look at the ingredients, it's like the list is a lot shorter, and everything's fresh. They got like a lot of farmland out there too, outside of the city. Mona Lisa's small. Mona Lisa's really small. It was so underwhelming. But anyhow, I do want to say HBCUs do have more opportunity than you would think. They have plenty.
Say that.
Plenty. They may not have the resources of a PWI, but I think the opportunity is definitely there, and the experience is definitely what you make.
You may just have to seek it out a little more. Dude, I'm asking. It was the question.
Yeah. So look, here's the thing is, you're gonna be successful wherever you.
Yes.
100%.
What's meant for you?
What's meant for you is meant for you.
And the two of you prove you're gonna be successful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wherever you
Absolutely.
We both graduated.
go. And let me do that. And it's not printing up on the wall.
It should be.
It's a lot of
I
pictures.
think the pictures up there somewhere. You're on the wall there. I think.
Yeah.
On the auto TV.
But it's okay because I'm on like the little thing.
So I'd like them to talk about challenges that they have. But does anybody have any questions they want to ask them right now? You want to ask? Yes, sir.
What was an engineering program like at your HBCU as opposed to like another school? Some of like the advantages were
There was actually a lot of different advantages for sure. So depending on the school, like I would say it also depends on the faculty there too. Luckily, we had a faculty member there that specialized in like chip design. So there were specific classes on that. And then we had this really cool opportunity my last year there where we got to design an SoC, which is a system on chip, and then we got to give it to Apple, and then Apple engineers review it, give us feedback on it, actually test it, and give it back to us, and give us, and we'd have to do our like, presentation of it in front of them, which is like super nerve wracking because that was like, I think the year I did it was only the second time we got to do it. That your performance determines the school's like relationship with Apple. And that's like a huge pressure. I was like, dang, I just want to pass the class. And but also the relationships you build like in your major. It doesn't matter like what you make. It could be engineering, it could be global journalism. Like all the tasks and assignments they give you, it really created like a community among the students. Like spending late nights in the lab. I had to sleep in the lab like a lot, to get assignments done, and then like just struggling like that with other people. Everybody's helping each other out now. So I think it was really, I think even at PWIs, it's like that for sure. But I would say at HBCU, it's cool because you get to see a whole faculty that's all Black,
I see that.
teaching you, and they really care too. They really, really care. I had a professor whose class I had failed her class a lot of times, but she would always talk to me and motivate me about, like really, she would tell me like all the times that I didn't pass that class, she'd sit me down and give me the talk like, if I do this, I'm enabling you to fail. And if I send you out there in the world, with this Morgan degree, this Black college degree, and you performing like that at the Apples, at the Northrop Grummons and stuff, I didn't do right by you. So that to me, at the first time I was like, man, Dr. Bailey, she, but I got it. Like when I finally made it out of that class, I was like, it felt that much better. So to have that support system there, like it was from the students and the staff, that was really good for me.
Anyone else have any questions for either one of them? Any thoughts? Any this? Raise your hand. Yes, go right ahead.
I just want to ask, do you feel like it was still possible to go through college with not a lot of support?
No, absolutely not. Because I relied heavily on, because I didn't do that well in high school, like Jaira did.
Don't do that.
Because Jaira, she worked hard from the jump. And so the money came in and she had it secured. And if you don't do that, you make it that much harder for yourself in college. I was panicking a lot. Like, where am I going to get this money from? How am I going to do it? I was running in and out the offices. Hey, I'm going to take this long to pay the bill. Can I get a deferment plan? All that. And luckily, there were people that cared, like Dr. Marshall, like Mr. Shell, like Mr. Del Reaper in the financial aid office, So if you want to make your life easy, you don't want to cause trouble for Mr. Reaper and Dr. Marshall, you do the work right now and make sure you secure that money like Jaira did.
Malcolm had I love them both for the same and different reasons. Jair graduated in 4 years. Malcolm took a little longer.
He did.
how can I say it? Malcolm never quit.
Mm.
You hear what I'm saying? He never quit. He would hit an obstacle, and some people did not quit. Right? I'm like, no, let's go back in, jump back in it again. And that's probably the thing I really admire about him. But and let me just say this to you, Malcolm. I said before, you never got an attitude. You know, some people get an attitude. They miss when I came to this. He was like, no, okay, that's why, okay, I'm gonna figure it out. That was actually, some people would just like it be completely turned off. But you just never got it. How did you keep that positive attitude even when things didn't work out the way you would have liked them to work out?
My support system. I remember every time grades came in, Dr. Marshall would come calling, and more times than not, my grades weren't all that. And so Dr. Marshall, oh, what's the grades? And sometimes I'll take 2-3 days to answer just to prepare myself to tell Dr. Marshall, I got an F. You know. But but I was able to talk to all of my support system and confide in them. And one of the most profound things that I heard, this was from my dad. He said, when you're going through a challenge, it's best, you don't, I'm trying to quote it exactly. Don't see it as, it was more along the lines of, don't see it as like the end of the world. There will always be a point in time where you'll be able to look back at that challenge and like laugh at it. And when I saw it like that, I was like, okay.
It ain't the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can come back to this. I can do it right.
Yeah. We're very proud of you.
Yes.
For your perseverance. Absolutely. And see, no matter how anyway, you got to the end goal.
That's something else I would like to acknowledge about Malcolm is that his degree is not an easy feat at all. So not only did he continue the journey, he didn't say, I'm changing my major. He dove in it, he fought the fight.
Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna do it. Because I know numerous of us is like, I'm changing, I'm done. Yeah. And that was not his attitude. So I must commend him for that as well.
Sarah, there's so much with you. And of course but I like you to talk about we have what's our motto here? The more you know, the more you owe.
Mm-hmm.
And while you were going through, let me just ask you this: what was your biggest challenge while you were going through?
At U Chicago?
Yeah, well, that whole experience. What was some of the challenges for you?
Like finding my footing, like finding my where do I belong here? Because I definitely don't belong in this community. Like when I first got there, that was my initial reaction. Like I'm the black girl that wear Jordans and sweatsuits, and you feel me? Like y'all don't get me. Like we not the same, you know? And I think that goes into the more you know, the more you owe, because I knew that campus wasn't for me, I chose to engage the outer south side of Chicago community. So when I first got to campus, I read to preschoolers at Emmett Till Elementary School on the south side of Chicago with a program called Jumpstart. And then from there, I worked over the summer in a college readiness and access program with students from the south side of Chicago. And then from there, I was offered a full-time position on campus as a instructor for Upward Bound. And the minimum wage in Chicago is like $15-$16. But because of the work that I was doing over the summer, they offered me like 20 plus for my position. So how I found myself is not necessarily within the community, but I found myself within the outer community. And that's another reason why I chose the University of Chicago, because even though it's a predominantly white institution, it's situated right on the south side of Chicago, right? So O Block You heard of that? Yeah, it wasn't that far. It was like a couple blocks down. 63rd wasn't that far. It was a couple blocks down. So I chose to engage with the students in the community and teach them what was taught to me, teach them how to get to college, and not only using the tools and resources that was given to me by Ms. Demetra and Mrs. Stale and Dr. Marshall and Jack, but also utilizing the resources that helped me, because my full ride scholarship program, a lot of people don't know about, right? So I taught my students to the program, to the application, and that did wonders in their life. I have students at Columbia. I have students at Harvard. Yeah, I have students all over in different places. So, yeah.
It was crazy. Sarah talking about she in school and she got all these, she doing Omega there when she was here. I said, yeah, right.
Oh, and then we
kids on the radio show. I swear. Like, I call them Jairus kids. Look, now when them kids came on the show, they were talking about you like you was Mr. Sell. Like, what? Like, damn, seriously. It was amazing to see you take this gift and give it to, you know, all them boys and girls in the hood in Chicago. You a blessed person.
Thank
you know?
Yeah, and they understood me, Mike, because I understood myself, right? So before I even left Chicago, I did the work here. So when I got to Chicago, it wasn't like, I don't know who I am trying to understand who I am within this ecosystem. It's like, I already know who I am. So I'm just going to go to who's going to understand me. And then we're sitting in my class and you're like, oh, dang, she come from where I come from. She just from the West Coast. And students in Chicago understand how big the University of Chicago is. A lot of people don't. But they do, because the University of Chicago accepts like 0.1% of Chicago students in like Chicago period. And Chicago students be having like 4.0, 4.2, almost 5.0 GPAs, and they still don't accept them. So yeah, like they just had a different type of respect for me because I understood where they came from, because I understood myself.
So I want to do something. Welcome. So here's my question for you. Can you see yourself doing that?
Yeah.
That was, damn.
She said that was
right.
I like that.
I mean, you really can. Are you gonna ask? Should I ask her why? You know.
Yeah. Why not? She said yeah. So also I have a uncle that went here, T-Top.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, for me, I want to go to college. I really do. I want to go to HBCU, actually. I want to go to Alabama. And I just know I can. Like, it's not hard. Like, I could put the work in. I do the same work she did, you did, everybody else. It's not, you know.
To me, they inspiration. So
I was just gonna say, because Karan goes to
OSA.
OSA, and what's that?
Oakland School for the Arts.
Okay. Where'd you go?
Elon.
Hold on, where'd you go to school, JR?
To the School of the Arts in San Francisco.
Same.
Yes, I do.
All right, Elon. You go up there. You go up there. Go up there. I'm gonna ask you the same question. Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
Just say why.
I think education is a very important value right now, especially with like the government we're in, and seeing people like us being successful. I think is really important.
Look, man, and if you, I'm asking, if you can't say I'm not sure. You know, I hope I can. That's fine. Whatever you say.
But they know, Dr. Marshall, they know they can. They know they can.
You might be new, but that doesn't mean.
Oh yeah, we don't waste time around here. As Marvin Gaye said, let's get it on. Okay.
I just think I can do anything I put my mind to. So yeah, I know I'm gonna go to college. I know I'm gonna get into the college that I want to get into. So
Yeah, and you say if you put your mind to it.
Mhm.
Well, that's good. Okay, that's good to hear. Because that's up to you, right? If you put your mind to it. And why? Look, this is a college thing. If it's a job, whatever it is, if it's a carpentry, I don't care what it is. You got to be able. I just want to see if you can see yourself
I can.
in this space, right? Who else I want? I know who I want. Yes, you, yes, a little bit. Yeah, Marcel, look how I'm putting up there.
Oh dear God.
Take a deep breath.
I'm having a hard time believing it right now, but I think that as long as I stay with the program and as long as I do my best to believe in myself, I can get to college. We appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
So we believe in you.
Thank you.
Where's my new one? Yeah,
Well done.
yeah. I'm telling you, man. My eyes is wide open. I've been to college. I'm like, whoa.
I believe I can go to college.
Why?
Because I work hard and I'm committed. And I see examples here, like around the world, all these people who have worked hard and also got what they wanted because they were willing to do the work. So
when they came, only reason the rest of y'all ain't there, I'm running out of time. But when they came, I told them the same thing I told you. They give me a Tuesday night, I give you the rest of your life. They gave me Tuesday night and then Thursday night. And you see, you thought I was lying. No, you thought I was playing. No, no. Yeah. Oh yeah, you just talk. Right. I ain't talking, right? Look at here, look at there, look at there, look at there. You should be convinced.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people don't necessarily see it for themselves, right? And we can see something that you can't see in you, and we can help bring that out. All we can do is help bring it out. But like Jaira said, the mountain said, you got to put in the work. She put in the work. He put in the work. He put in overtime. All right. But hey, but you did it. So I'm just asking, what do you see for you? And that's really a question I was going to ask tonight, and Mitchell, but I get into that next week. Is there anybody else? I don't want to put nobody else on the spot, but anybody else, if you want to raise your hand, that you can see yourself being successful in this arena. Okay. All right. I'm just asking.
Yes.
Does that mean does that mean you don't? No, you didn't raise your hand. No? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Jaira, Jack has been waiting for you to do your thing, so you can step